Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cabela's, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, Hoyman Tree Saws, Muddy Outdoors, and Realtree.
Well, it's the afternoon of the 29th. The wind is still raging, but that's all right. We're going to see some deer this evening. It's funny, before the rain yesterday, we were in this same stand. I put the decoy up. I had to use 6-inch screws and a nut driver to get the screws in the ground. I couldn't put a stake in the ground. It's like concrete. Today, after the rain, the stakes won't even hold him up. The wind's blowing him over, so he's got 2 stakes and a screw now, but you may see me going to stand him up again here in a minute. From the trail camera on this plot, evenings has been the best time, so we're really hoping for a good sit this evening after getting skunked this morning and seeing nothing, which really surprised us. But that's part of it. We'll be here till dark, and looks like we may get to hunt all day tomorrow, and Tuesday morning then it's back to the grind. So stick with us. We'll try to hopefully show you some deer. It's got to be better than this morning. Well, it's been a pretty slow afternoon. Probably got about a half-hour light left. But it has been better than this morning. We had a doe and a fawn feed into the plot maybe half an hour ago. And then as Cindy was peeking out of the back of the blind earlier, a doe and 2 fawns and a spike following them came up the bush hog trail that we walked into the stand on. And they winded us, so they didn't make a big commotion, but they left and didn't come out into the plot. Hopefully we'll still get some deer in the plot, but like I say, we could probably got 30 minutes left, so if we see anything else, we'll let you know. If not, we'll see you again in the morning. Well, it's amazing how quick things can turn around when you're hunting. Within a minute of me doing the closing interview a few minutes ago, we had a small buck come out in the plot. And then just a few minutes later, he started looking back to the west. 2 big adult does came in. They probably weren't in the plot 5 minutes, I don't know. I didn't look at my clock. Cindy says, "Oh, here comes Highside." It's one of the bucks that we really wanted to get a look at. It's the first time I've seen him in person. And he's a pretty impressive looking buck. He puffed up as soon as he saw Bucky, our decoy. He kind of made a semicircle around him and slammed him. Knocked Bucky's horns off. Poor Bucky, he's had a bad day. It was very cool to watch. It went from a fairly boring evening to awesome. She's shaking so hard, the blind is shaking, so the camera's probably shaking too.
Got a little adrenaline.
Anyway, we've got a few minutes left till dark. We'll stay here until dark, and we'll see you again in the morning. Well, it's October the 30th. We missed the morning hunt. We had some technical difficulties with our truck last night after the hunt, so I spent the morning doing my probably least favorite thing in the world, mechanicking. But it's fixed. We missed a nice, cold, still morning. But after yesterday evening's hunt, we were still kind of vibrating about it, so it's all good. The wind has turned around out of the south again, kind of a southwest wind. So we're going back to the big plot we've been sitting on that's clover, some big and beastie, and has some white oaks in it. And we're going to take the decoy back with us. We had such good luck yesterday evening. We're going to keep giving him a try, probably for another couple of weeks. So wish us luck. Maybe fate will cruise by tonight. And honestly, that's one of the reasons we're going back there. Where we hunted yesterday, there's very little chance of us seeing him there, but where we're going today, that's the area he's in. Even though we haven't laid eyes on him this year, that's closer to where he hangs than where we were yesterday, so wish us luck. Well, we've been in probably a half hour, maybe 45 minutes. And it was pretty funny as we were coming in and got close to the blind. I was thinking, well, for the first time ever we've come to this spot, we didn't bush deer out. I dropped my bow off at the blind, took the decoy over to where I was going to stake it down. Cindy went ahead and got up in the blind, and I hear psst, psst, and I look, and she's holding her hands up over her head. So I thought, does she see a buck? So I'm looking about 100 yards away across the plot. I'm looking, I don't see anything. I look back at her, I'm looking. And then I see movement, and there's a spike about 10 yards from me. He's just kind of standing there looking at me, looking at me, looking at the decoy, looking at me, looking at the decoy. I squatted there for the longest time, and he never really spooked. He just kind of walked around. I guess he wanted to check out, make sure the placement of the decoy was good. We got his seal of approval. He went on his way, and I came and got in the blind. So far, all we've seen is one buck. Couldn't really tell how good he was. He was a couple 100 yards away. Cindy saw him going across an opening. She actually heard him grunting and got binoculars up. Couldn't tell how good he was. But we've probably got, I don't know, a little over an hour and a half left. And hopefully it'll be as good as yesterday. Maybe 4 inches long. Pretty good round. Well, we've probably got about maybe 15 minutes of filming light left. And the little bucks have been on their feet. We've seen 4 or 5 different little bucks. And one doe with fawns. One of the little bucks is still harassing the doe and fawns a couple hundred yards from us. We'll see them run by every once in a while. Last night, it got good after I did the closing interview, so we're hoping for a repeat tonight. If nothing crazy happens, like a big buck shows up, this will be the last time we see you tonight, but we'll probably see you in the morning for one more hunt before we're back to work. Wish us luck again. Well, today's November the 4th. It's about 3:25 this afternoon. We got a cold front going to start pushing in tomorrow. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. But the farmer come in here yesterday and cut this cornfield. So we've got a redneck blind sitting on the corner of this cornfield with a little, what we call a micro plot of Big and Beastie. And so anyway, we decided with the wind in the front, just today's best bet for us to be successful would be to come down here and get in this redneck blind. So that's what we've done. It's a little warm. It's like 68, 69 degrees today, but by Monday it's supposed to get back down in the 30s. But I went ahead and pulled the Muddy Trail camera card out and swapped it out, which I don't have a way to look at it in the blind today, but I'll look at it tonight. But there's all kind of rubs right here, and the farmer's actually out there on the tractor, which really helped me today because I was able to sneak in the blind while he was out there on the tractor. What he's doing is he harvested the corn yesterday, and now he's out here disking the plot up today to do a filler plot for the winter. So anyway, make a long story short, we got in the blind. I think we got in here very securely, didn't spook anything out, and there's a lot of sign, and I believe the deer's going to hit this good cornfield this afternoon. Today's November the 6th. It's about 6:30 this morning. We just got up in a tree. We're in a stand that we call the draw stand. This is a location where we've got pictures of Anakim and Nebuchadnezzar pretty frequently. So we decided to get in here this morning to give it a shot. The wind's pretty good for this particular stand, so we feel pretty good this morning. It's about 36 degrees. We had a cold front push in last night, so we expected to really see the bucks on their feet this morning, cruising, looking, checking those. So we feel pretty good about today. We're gonna sit as long as we can, at least till lunchtime or so. We might get down for maybe 30 minutes and get back up, but we're gonna try to sit all day if we can. So this week's gonna be a great week. So we'll keep you posted this morning as the hunt progresses if we have any luck. So stay tuned. Maybe the good Lord will show us a little favor this morning. Here comes a buck. Oh shoot, that's a shear snake. Meh, meh.
Go get him out. And then we gonna go get the four-wheeler and go get him. I'm gonna ride the four-wheeler down there and get him. Steve, can you hear me? I ain't breaking up or nothing, am I? Good. Cause I'm feeling fine tonight. I'm feeling fine tonight, yeah. Well, we just got here to my buck, one of our hit list bucks, Nebuchadnezzar. Today is November the 6th. It's about 38 degrees right now. We decided to come in here and get on what we call the draw stand. And man, as I've heard it said before, I love it when a plan comes together. Because the plan come together today. We got here a couple days ago. It's warm, and we decided to just come in and pull cards and hunt some of the cornfields in the afternoons, just so we didn't come in here and booger some of our good spots up, because we knew that the rut was coming and this cold weather was moving in, and things were gonna get right here today and the rest of the week. So we waited till this morning and got in this set here on the draw, and sure enough, right after daylight, we had a nice little small 8-pointer come in, and he was just cruising looking for a doe. And I looked up and told Shane, I said, buddy, it's gonna be on now. And it wasn't about 20 minutes later, I got a glimpse of another deer, and at first I thought it was the same 8-point just making a circle coming back up through, and then I realized it was this deer here, a deer we call Nebuchadnezzar. And he's not the highest scoring deer, but man, he's an old ancient deer that's been on this farm for a long time. And we went ahead and decided a couple days ago when we pulled cards to add him to our hit list. And sure enough, the good Lord blessed us and showed us a little favor today, and we was able to close the deal. But we're gonna get this buck out of here and get a tag on him first, and get him back and get him dressed out, and get back in the woods this afternoon and see if Shane can't put Illinois tag on the buck as well. But man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys tuning in to Midwest Whitetail and being a part of this show and everything that we do, and Bill for allowing us this opportunity to do it each and every year and share it with you guys. And of course, it's our favorite time of the year. We love chasing November, and so this is a fulfilling time, and I can't thank the good Lord enough for blessing us this morning, and can't thank you guys enough for being a part of what we do right here at Midwest Whitetail. So if you guys are hunting this week, I want to just give you a shout out and tell you good luck, and if you can stay in the deer stand all day, pack you a lunch, because this week's going to be special. I really believe this is going to be the week a lot of big mature bucks fall. So again, thanks for tuning in, and good luck this upcoming week.